Most people I talk to are losing wealth through taxes, fees, inflation, and other costs unknowingly and unnecessarily. On average, ladies and gentlemen, on average, we find and recapture on average approximately $25,000 per year per client. And where the magic really happens for Shorts and Associates, and why I'm so valuable, is because we've been able to dissect and research and get these costs back on the table for our clients. Welcome to the next episode of Wealth Strategies to Value. I am your host, Troy Shorts. It's a pleasure to get back with you guys. It's been a little while, been really, really busy. So today I'm going to talk to you about 3 different types of wealth. And these are things that you probably have heard of before, but you probably have never seen them illustrated the way I'm going to illustrate them today. So if you're listening to this podcast, it might be a little difficult for you to follow. But if you're watching this podcast, it will really be impactful, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about as I go through some drawings to make things seem a little bit more easier and simpler. Okay, so I'm going to switch my screen real quick. All right. So here is what I want to talk about. So I'm going to draw a big circle right here. Hold on. Big circle. Where's my big circle? Okay. Big circle. My big circle is not coming up here. Why is my big circle not working? Let me see here. Big circle. Where you at, buddy? Here we go. I'm going to draw a big circle right here. Okay. So this circle is broken down into 3 distinct pieces of wealth. The first part of this circle is what we call accumulated wealth. Accumulated wealth. We call this your stuff, right? This is your IRA. This is your 401k. This is your real estate, your business, your stuff, right? And most financial advisors start and stop their conversation with you right here. And what they do is they have you chasing an 8% return in the stock market. They have you paying fees, whether the market goes up, whether the market goes down. And you're assuming a whole bunch of risk to get to a goal that you hope is going to happen for you, right? So that's not where we do a little bit of that, but we don't concentrate there, because there's another sector of wealth that I want to discuss. And that sector of wealth is called lifestyle wealth, right? And the way this simply works is the guy who's got the most money accumulated right here is going to have a better lifestyle over here. And lifestyle wealth simply means, do I live in a 3,000 square foot house, or do I live in a 13,000 square foot house? Lifestyle wealth means, do I drive a Ford F-150, or do I drive a Mercedes Benz, right? So lifestyle wealth is really where the rubber hits the road, right? Your cash flow, right? Your cash flow enables you to do certain things that maybe other people can't do. So lifestyle wealth is very important, and we talk a lot about that in our practice. We talk about, always having a reserve account, right? Always have some money, liquid. We talk about, making sure we have a budget that we stick to. When things get a little out of bounds, we can always have that budget to fall back on. So those are real important things. But the third part of this circle is the part that most advisors never, ever, ever, ever talk about. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. And this third section, third type of wealth, is called transferred wealth. Okay. Now, what's transferred wealth? Transferred wealth simply means that these are dollars that are being transferred away from us unknowingly and unnecessarily. Transfer wealth comes in a multitude of forms, all right? Just for the simplicity of our talk today, transfer wealth can be taxes. Transfer wealth can be fees, right? Transfer wealth could be interest costs, right? These are typically the things that I find in my client's portfolio. And these are things that we pay a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. But over a long period of time, they equate to a whole lot of money, right? For example, most people I talk to are losing wealth through taxes, fees, inflation, and other costs unknowingly and unnecessarily. On average, ladies and gentlemen, on average, we find and recapture on average approximately $25,000 per year per client. And where the magic really happens for Shorts and Associates, and why I'm so valuable, is because we've been able to dissect and research and get these costs back on the table for our clients. The financial institutions, the banks, and the Internal Revenue Service are not set up for you to win. The financial services, the banks, and the insurance companies are set up for themselves to win, and the Internal Revenue Service, right? And what we have to do is be smarter consumers. And we have to understand that a lot of the strategies and techniques that they employ us to use are very beneficial to them and not beneficial to us. So when I meet with you and I show you how you are losing $25,000 per year, what we can now do is take these costs and we can move them right back up to your accumulated wealth. And we can put them in a place that's going to be safe, put them in a place that's going to be liquid. So let's just suppose, right, 25,000 bucks a year. And we had a strategy where we put this together for 10 years, right? Well, guys, we can do the math. What I'm saying to you is we could accumulate $250,000 of additional wealth on top of what you already have accumulated. Let me ask you this question. What could you do with an additional $250,000 at retirement? Well, guess what? You could use that income to supplement your retirement income, right? To offset the rising costs of goods and services, inflation, right? Isn't that a buffer? Absolutely. You could use this money to purchase real estate, right? Buy that second home, buy that retirement home, right? You have the money to do it. And really, you're using money that you're already spending. So it's not an out-of-pocket cost because we're recapturing transfer wealth away from the institutions back to you, right? What else could you do with that money? You could start a business, right? You could pay for your children or your grandchildren's college education. There's a multitude of things you could do. But what I'm saying is, if I could show you a way to come up with an additional $250,000 over a period of time, man, that's a game changer, ladies and gentlemen. And we could do it with no additional out-of-pocket costs. So what I want you guys to understand is there's three types of wealth: accumulated wealth, there's lifestyle wealth, and there's transfer wealth. One of the things that I've become an expert in is understanding this section right here, transfer wealth, being able to clearly illustrate to people how they can get these dollars back on the table for themselves, away from the banks, away from the financial institutions, away from the Internal Revenue Service, and literally just move that money right back on your plate for you and your family and your business so you can live a better lifestyle. All right. So that's really all I had for you guys today. I just thought it was important to talk about these three different types of wealth. And I appreciate all of you for tuning in. I appreciate your time. And until next time, remember, wealth strategy to value. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Bye-bye.